Red gone, sucked into the cold vacuum of space.
I was not the imposter.
His final distorted voice echoed. A lie. They all knew it, except maybe Yellow. She stared at the empty space where Red had stood seconds before, his accusation echoing in her ears.
Yellow is next.
Why would he say that? Yellow shook her head, trying to clear it. It had to be Red's last attempt to sow chaos, just like he did in the cafeteria, blaming her for a vent he emerged from. But something felt off. Red had been so sure, so confident. A chill ran down Yellow's spine. Had they made a mistake? The remaining crewmates dispersed, the usual post-vote chatter filling the air. Yellow stayed put, staring at the floor. Red's accusation, his certainty echoed in her mind. Was it possible? Could she be wrong about him? No, she pushed the thought away. Red was the imposter. He had to be.
Let's finish this.
A shadow fell over Yellow. Black. She hadn't noticed him standing there. He gave a curt nod, his visor reflecting her own fear. He headed towards electrical, his footsteps silent but heavy. Yellow watched him go, a knot forming in her stomach. Something wasn't right. Black had been awfully quiet during that last meeting, and hadn't he been with Red earlier? Just before, the pieces clicked into place. Red's accusation, Black's silence, their earlier proximity. It wasn't Red who was after her, it was Black. Yellow's heart pounded in her chest. She had to warn the others. She had to expose Black. But how? She had no proof, only a gut feeling, a terrifying realization. And Black was heading towards electrical, where Pink was. The corridor to electrical stretched before her, a metallic tunnel of dread. Yellow ran, her footsteps echoing in the silence. She could see Black's shadow flicker at the end of the corridor, entering electrical. Pink was already inside, her back to the entrance, completely unaware of the danger lurking behind her. Yellow's breath caught in her throat. She had to do something, anything. But what? She couldn't take Black on her own. He was too strong, too quick. There was only one option left. The emergency button. She had to call a meeting, expose Black before it was too late. The button. It was her only hope. Yellow skidded around a corner, her heart pounding in her ears. Her eyes darted to the map, locating the nearest emergency button. Cafeteria. It wasn't far, but every second felt like an eternity. Black was probably already closing in on Pink. Fear propelled her forward. She sprinted through the corridors, ignoring the tasks left unfinished. The beeping consoles, the hum of the ship's engine. Her focus narrowed to a single point. The glowing red button in the cafeteria. A lifeline in a sea of uncertainty. The cafeteria doors hissed open. Yellow didn't hesitate. She slammed her hand onto the emergency button. The alarm blared, a deafening siren cutting through the tense silence of the spaceship. The familiar meeting table materialized, bathed in the red glow of the emergency lights. Crewmates assembled, their confusion evident. Yellow didn't waste any time.
It's Black. He's the imposter. He was with Red and now he's after Pink.
Emergency meeting called.
All eyes turned towards Black, who stood calmly at the table, his visor reflecting the flashing red lights. He didn't deny it. A slow, chilling chuckle escaped his vocoder.
You're right, but it's too late for your friend.
A collective gasp filled the air. Pink, her face pale, stared at Black in horror.
You were going to kill me.
Black didn't answer. He just stared at Yellow, a sinister grin spreading across his face.
It's just you and me now.
The vote was unanimous. Black was ejected into space, his laughter echoing in their ears as he disappeared into the void. Silence descended upon the remaining crewmates. They had won, but the victory felt hollow, the relief tainted with fear. Yellow leaned against the table, her legs shaky. They had been lucky this time, but the memory of Black's chilling grin lingered, a reminder that danger lurked around every corner, that trust was a fragile thing in the cold depths of space. The game was over, but the fear remained. As the surviving crewmates went about their final tasks, a single question hung heavy in the air. When would they have to face the imposter again? And who would it be next time?